Hello everyone, my name is Alex Martinez, also known as According to Alex, bringing you another stimulus update, specifically the second check stimulus update. We're going to be talking about Nancy Pelosi's newest bill, the HEROES Act. So this bill is basically offering another $1,200 of stimulus payment. We already know that senior leaders are getting some negative response from it. So they're getting negative response from the people and the government leaders. And I think we all know why. Is another one-time $1,200 stimulus really enough? That's what we're going to be talking about today. What we know from the bill is that it's going to spend more than the first CARES Act. So we're going to be spending more than the first CARES Act, but we're still only going to get one stimulus check. We're only going to get one more, even though we're spending more. Yes, that makes sense. Now, I do want to say that it does fix the previous issue where college students didn't get any money, where people who were older, who were dependents, claimed as dependents, didn't get any money. They're going to be getting money now. They're going to be getting $1,200. That's great. But the issue is that the bill calls for a lot of spending that doesn't go directly to the American people. So a lot of people just aren't getting money. There's only one direct form of money for the American people, which is that one-time $1,200 stimulus check that you would get if this passes through the House, the Senate, and the President. Now, a side note is that $1,200 doesn't cover most people's rent. I don't know if Congress knows that. It doesn't cover most people's rent, let alone it is not enough money for food and necessary expenses such as bills and other things. And also another thing, does Congress know how expensive food is? No, like literally, do you know how expensive food is? I went to the store the other day with my grandmother. The meat that we bought, I think we bought 1.5 pounds of carne molida, and it was $14. It was literally $14. That is ridiculous. I can't with that. So, and this is obvious that this would happen. What is happening? There's a surge in demand for food, and there's an inability to actually supply that food. So what's going to happen? The price is going to go up. The price is just going to keep going up. And that's the issue. Hopefully, this is just a temporary thing, right? Hopefully it's just temporary and prices go back to normal as the economy stabilizes. Let's see. Now, Jerome Powell, we're going to talk about Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve for a second. We're going to talk about what he's saying about all this. As far as like this is up-to-date news on what he's saying. He's saying that the government needs to do something big for the people. Specifically, he wants more physical support, aka he wants more stimulus for the people. He's saying that this is necessary to be able to avoid a long-term damage in the economy. And I agree, but I mean, what do I know? Now, Powell also states that long stretches of unemployment, and he says this exactly, long stretches of unemployment can damage or end workers' careers as their skills lose value and professional networks dry up. And this would honestly limit the strength that we need to recover from this. After all this is over, how are we going to recover from this if we're unemployed? Jerome Powell also states that while the economic response has been both timely and appropriately large, which I guess, agree to disagree, it may not be the final chapter. What he's saying is that given the path ahead is both highly uncertain and subject to significant downside risk. That's exactly what he said. So he's saying, hey, we don't know what's going to happen, and it might get real bad. Or worse, I should say. So that's not looking good. Now, with that being said, we've seen so many different bills come up. We've seen so many different things and just a lot of talk. Okay. But I think that whatever ends up happening, we need a higher stimulus payment than just one-time $1,200 or even another one-time $1,200. That's really not enough. Nancy Pelosi's act, the HEROES Act, is not terrible. It's not bad, but it's not good either. After reading it, if you want to take the time to read the 1,800 pages, you'll find that there's a lot of wasteful spending. There's a lot of spending that could go to other places into the hands of actual American people. Now, people, I think, need real and consistent money if they want to expect us to stay home, first off, and if they want to expect us to be good when we open back up, then we need that. How will it look if everyone is backed up on bills and without a job when we open back up? Because that's basically what we're doing, and without money, because we've already spent the $1,200 that they give us because it's not enough. The continuation of money being spent in businesses is great. Don't get me wrong, it's great, but they're still closed. We haven't still been reopening them. And what's really the point in giving them this money if they can't produce cash or if they can't hire people? So that's another issue. And just some little facts that I looked up. We know that the average household income in the US for my area is $58,000 a year, which comes out to $4,900 monthly. So the one-time stimulus payment of $1,200 represents 24.5% of the actual household income that you're getting. So instead of getting, your regular money, you're getting 24.5%. So I guess the government just thought that everyone would just be able to adjust to spend 75.5, well, I just say 75%, 75% less of their money. That's apparently something that's obvious. I don't know. That everyone just needs to spend 75% less than what they normally do. I guess it is. I will be bringing you more updates as they occur. Please stay tuned. If you like the video, please consider subscribing, like, and comment, do all that fun stuff. And I hope you guys have a great day.